Alright, welcome to What is Going On in the UC, and today we're going to talk about where to place blame. Okay, now look, this could get very toxic, so I want to tell you right now, we all as children of true parents have reason to just let it go. Okay, we know some bad things have happened, and there are reasons why the bad things have happened, but the things that we have been given far outweigh the bad things that have happened. Yes, bad things have, things that we wanted to do were frustrated by bad people or bad decisions made by good people or whatever. But, complaint is just, it's dead. It's dead. If you only use complaint to find what the problem was in the first place so that you can avoid it again. I get that. So that's the only reason why I'm doing this episode, okay? Okay, now, where to place blame? Okay, why did the movement fail? Well, the movement failed because of Archangel thinking. That's why. Bottom line, the movement fails because of Archangel thinking. We're not supposed to think like archangels. We're supposed to think like children. But you know what? You know when we had the opportunity to actually start thinking like children? 1992. That's only when parents appear can children appear. So what was our thinking before? Our thinking was the thinking of angels. We were meritocratic. We had to have the merit of completing a 7-year formula course before we could go to the blessing. We had let me cut right to it. Love is our spouse. From true parents to us, the love of true parents is our spouse. It came through the blessing. We received our spouse through the blessing. Why do we not see it that way? Because we're spiritually immature. Yes, we were spiritually. Who was spiritually mature? So-called prepared people. They were spiritually mature. That's the top of the growth stage people. People who are at the top of the growth stage. People who are at the top of the growth stage feel that human beings are awesome. Okay? Awesome. And, Jesus died because he thought we were awesome. The lesson of Christianity, the Korean Christianity, the cream of the crop, the cream of 2,000 years Christian foundation was people who were actually really awesome. When I see you, I see God type of people who can see God in human beings, really value human beings. All right, well, those people did not attend True Father, so he dealt with people who were below that. Okay, so people who feel lots of lack of love, who don't value themselves as God's children. And you know what? When you don't value yourself as God's children, you have a hard time valuing other people as God's children. So what we had was, I like to say it like this, okay? And it's going to take you a while to break this down, and I'm going fast and everything, but I like to say it like this. We were bad angels in the Unification Church training ourselves, or followers training us to be good angels. And then in 1992, we had to shed this outer shell of angel, either bad or good. All of it had to go, and we had to learn how to be children. Okay? And we only learn how to be children if we receive love from true parents. But what did we do? Many of us stayed in the mindset that love is not our spouse. Love is position or power or praise. And if you look at it like this, and I'm in the home stretch right now, and if you look at it like this, how many of us could receive that kind of love? If love is power, position, and praise, how many of us are able to receive that kind of love? And if you answered, only a few of us, because there's not a lot of room at the top of a pyramid, you're a very smart person. I don't mean to sound condescending, but so you're a very smart person, and being in a rat race to get at the top of this pyramid, a lot of people get their heads chopped off. A lot of people get scratched, scraped, kicked to the side, and that's why there's a lot of pain in the movement. And it's not because true parents didn't love us. It's because we thought like angels, and as angels, we want power, position, praise, just like angels thinking, angel psychology. So that's really where the blame goes. Now, as children, do we want power, position, or praise? Are we seeking power, position, or praise like the angel is? No. Because if we perceive that we have received a thing of greatest value, why entertain the angel's discussion of lack of love and how to climb up to some high place where finally we'll be loved and all of this stuff, and finally everybody's going to understand us, and finally we'll be received, and finally I'll feel like I've done something for God, and finally this and finally that, and we're on this wild goose chases. Well, when you feel loved, you're not prone. You don't need it, okay? And you know what? When you feel filled, maybe you just want to share it. So where do you place blame? You place blame in archangelic thinking. The thinking that love equals power, position, or praise. If we had that kind of thinking, all of us washed out of our minds, I don't think many of the things that happened in the movement, especially in the last 21 years, would have even happened. So all of the people who have rocks to throw at the movement and rocks to throw and stones to throw at true parents and the movement, all the reasons wouldn't even be there. So you know what? Let's make a pledge not to go back to that kind of thinking where we will feel that we're not loved unless we're appointed to a position, or else we gain power over people, or until we're actually praised and recognized by whole slices of of society. You know what I mean? We don't need that kind. We shouldn't have that kind of lust for power, position, and praise. It's abnormal. It's not natural. It is not the proper diet of children of God. What is the proper diet of children of God? Ultimately, children of God grow to perceive the thing of greatest value, and that is when God wants to give it, and that is the blessing. Talk to you later.